The first card you have your past is the Page of Cups. So this page is obviously, happy and he's fun and he's playing around with his fish in this cup, and he has a kind of a, he's dressed in a bit of a funny way. He's all about, being light-hearted, all of that kind of thing. I'm seeing an impression, and I think this might be a bit of a false impression, actually. I'm not seeing anyone outright lying. I'm not seeing that, but it's like someone was being a little bit... It's like someone was hiding something, and they were hiding this behind a kind of a facade of being all joking and fun and all of that kind of thing, and charming and something like that. I think this is someone who you used to be really close to, and you're not close to them now. You definitely were. You were extremely close to them, extremely. This actually might be an ex. This is someone who you're very, very close to. That's why I'm seeing it could be an ex. And what I'm seeing here is that you probably knew something about this person. You knew some kind of fact about them, and it was like a crucial fact. It was like you knew the truth about them, and you still do. And I think you might have been in two minds as to whether to kind of say something about what you knew. That's what I'm getting. And it was like, oh, should I say something or should I keep it to myself? That's the kind of thing I'm getting around this. Sometimes this page, he's silly, he's joking and all of that. This can represent love as well. That's why I think this might be someone who you're involved with. He can be kind as well. I think this person was kind, generous to you at some time, but at one time anyway. But it can be a little bit superficial sometimes, not very serious, a little bit shallow. Because if you look at the way he's dressed as well, he's dressed in a very fancy way. And that to me sometimes says, a bit of shallowness, a bit of a charming facade sometimes. So I think what's happening is this person, and I think they're still doing this right now, they might be using some kind of funny, charming behavior to hide whatever this is from someone. And I don't think they're hiding it from you. I think this might be a new person. I know this is very specific, but this is what I'm getting. I think they might be in a new relationship with someone new, obviously. And what I'm seeing is a couple and a close-knit group of people around this. So I think what they're doing is they're charming this person, and they're charming the family around the person as well. That's what I'm seeing. Now, and they're hiding whatever this is behind this charm. Now, I don't think this is a terrible, horrible person. You might think they are, but that's not what I'm seeing. I think they're a bit irresponsible. They've done something that's not fantastic. They're hiding it. They're hiding this behind this kind of fun and this charm. And I think if these people knew whatever this thing was that they're hiding, they'd have a totally different impression of this person. Now, I think they might have used this kind of fun and this charm on you once, especially when you first knew them. They were like this to you. And it's like you can see this pattern happening again with someone else. Now, I keep on getting this strong feeling of you wanting to warn someone, but then kind of hesitating and thinking, do I need this aggravation? Should I do this? Should I not? So, yeah, you just weren't sure what to do about this. That's what I'm seeing. So if that resonates with you, I hope that makes sense to you. And I know that's very specific. So the next card you have your past is the Seven of Cups. So yeah, this is the same thing. This is all about confusion, difficult decisions. Should I or shouldn't I? What would I do? And also this can also be about things that are hidden, not being sure about things, being unclear about things. So yeah, I think, if you're under the impression that they're totally charming, this group of people, this family and this person, not everyone's completely convinced by this person. There are some that aren't. They're kind of holding their judgment back. That's what I'm seeing around this. I don't know if this is going to make any sense to you, but I'm actually seeing a mother protecting a grown-up child, and they can see that their child might be kind of won over by all this charm and everything like that. But the mother is a lot wiser than the grown-up child. So they're sort of watching, waiting. They're not saying to them, oh, you shouldn't be with this person. You shouldn't, be seeing them or whatever, they're kind of just waiting to see what happens. They've got kind of one eye opened, if that makes sense. So they're reserving their judgment until they kind of see what happens. So if this is all making sense to you, if this is resonating, and if you are thinking about saying something, I'm just getting this clear message that you need to be careful, especially if this is an ex. Just be careful of coming across as the crazy ex or the jealous ex or the crazy person. You're not like that. I can see that. You genuinely want to kind of warn someone. That's what I'm seeing. But I think if you step in, it might have the opposite effect. They might even play victim, and they might make you out to be the bad one. So just be very careful around this. Use your instincts, because I think they are warning you. That's why you're having this warning. Should I say something? No, I shouldn't. So listen to your instincts around this. That's what I'm seeing. The last card you have for your past is the Ace of Swords. So yeah, again, this is about cutting through rubbish, looking for clarity. This is the ultimate kind of clarity card. So I think whoever this person's new partner is, this person that they're trying to kind of fool or whatever, they are going to get clarity. They are going to realize what's happening eventually. And it's going to be them that comes to this decision. So this is telling me again that you shouldn't really say anything probably. I mean, you can do whatever you like, but it's a warning. It's like, first of all, you might come across as the bad person in this, but also I think the person they're with, they're being charmed right now. So I think if you come in and say anything, they might not believe you. They're just going to keep on going towards whatever they're going to keep on staying with this person and not believe in you. So I think just leave them to it, because I think what's going to happen is eventually they're going to see this clarity. It's going to happen down the track, but they're going to see it. That's what I think is going to happen around that, if that all makes sense to you. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is some kind of writing, some kind of communication. I think you might have sent an email, a letter or something like that. And I think you might have applied for something. I'm seeing two lots of writing, applying for something in writing, and the thing that you were applying for also has something to do with writing. I hope that makes sense. I'm trying to articulate what I'm seeing here. So I think this is going to have a positive outcome. I think you're going to get whatever this is. I think whatever this thing is you're applying for has helped you to focus away from this ex or this person who's with this new person now. There's hard work around this, but it is positive. That's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing there's some kind of panel as well, panel of people, and they're going to make a decision about this. They're looking at a whole lot of applications or something, and they're making a decision. There's a man and a woman, I think, on this panel, and it might just be the two of them on this panel deciding. Yeah, I know that probably doesn't make any difference to you. You don't care who's on the panel. You don't care if Father Christmas is on the panel, as long as you get the result you want. I know that. But I was just seeing a man and a woman deciding something, sitting together, reading things and deciding. And I'll just tell you how I can see that. If you look at this sword, there's an olive branch on one side. And the olive branch can represent a lot of different things. But one of the things it can represent is the feminine. And the palm leaf on the other side can represent masculinity. So I was seeing a woman and a man on two sides of this panel, kind of deciding, looking at the two sides of the swords, maybe this, maybe that, maybe they'd go for this, maybe not, kind of deciding. And then in the center, there's a kind of a golden crown. And to me, that's showing positivity, victory, that you'll be crowned, you'll get this thing that you want, you'll get this positivity. So I just thought I'd explain that to you, how I'm seeing that. So, right, the first card you have for your present is the Ace of Pentacles. So yeah, more positivity. This is this fantastic thing that you're applying for, and you're going to get it because you have the Ace of Pentacles. That's another thing showing me that. There are financial opportunities at the end of this road as well. Very good financial opportunities with this thing that you're going to get, that I'm seeing. And this is more than a job to you. Again, I'm seeing this is part of what helped you to escape in your head from this ex. you decided to do this, you took this path, you looked at this opportunity, said, this is what I really want. This is what I want to manifest for myself. It has nothing to do with them, has nothing to do with anyone else. I really want this. And this focus that I'm getting is helping me to move away from this person in my heart and in my head. So it's really helping your heart as well. And it's going to continue to do this as you pursue this. And this hard work that you're going to go through to get this thing is going to take your mind off this ex as well. So this is a very, very positive thing for you. And you're going to be learning a lot. You're going to be getting wiser as you do this as well. That's what I'm seeing. And also this is telling me, when I look at this path, this little golden path, you can just see the bottom of it, it's just tiny at the bottom of this card. This is also showing me again that you need to, that it might not be an idea to tell this person to kind of warn this new person away from your ex or whoever this is. This is saying stick to your path, stick to your lane, and let them stick to theirs. And their path will tell them, will eventually lead them to clarity. And your path will lead you to, your dreams, what you want to manifest. So stick to your path and don't try and kind of reveal this thing to them. That's what this is telling me again. So the next card you have your present is the Star. Beautiful, beautiful card. I love this beautiful woman on this card. This is showing me your honesty. So again, this is why you were grappling with this, and you probably still are. You're thinking, I'm honest, I don't have anything to hide, like this woman who's naked. She doesn't have anything to hide. So you're saying, I want to be honest, I want to be open, I want to tell these people what I know about this person. I want to warn them so they don't go through what I've been through. But again, you need to look forward, you need to look at your star, you need to look at your purpose, your focus. Let them deal with what they need to deal with, because they won't listen anyway. They need to find the truth in their own time. That's what I'm seeing. And also I'm seeing that they are going to do that, and it's going to be at the right time for them. So just leave this well alone. That's the warning I'm getting in this. The other thing I'm seeing in this card is going to sound like I'm contradicting myself. But I'll just tell you what I'm seeing anyway. This is something that you need to pursue. This is something that you need to jump out of that lane and into another lane and look back toward your past with. I think someone owes you something. I don't think this is the same, it might be the same person, but I don't know, because I'm seeing a separate situation, so I'm not sure about this, but it's about someone who owes you something. Something's owed to you. I think this is probably money, because there's money all over this reading. There's the Ace of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles, which is beneath this. So yeah, there are coins everywhere. I wish I had coins all over me, but you do. But when you have coins all over you, people want to take from you. So there's something that someone owes you. Now, I'm not getting that you need this thing. I'm not getting that you're desperate for this thing, whatever this is. It's like this is the principle of this. So yeah, I'm just getting this feeling that someone's getting away with something, and they might be putting you in a vulnerable position, like this woman who's naked by herself. She can be in a vulnerable position. So if this is resonating and you do decide to pursue this thing that's owed to you, I've seen this in your past readings, so it's an ongoing situation, I think. I'm just remembering this. I've seen this before in your readings. But I think it's worth pursuing. I'm getting deja vu, because I'm sure I've seen this in your readings before. But anyway, yeah, I think you should pursue this. And I think if you do, they're going to be a little bit elusive. They might try to run away. They might try to ignore you, stop this, put roadblocks in your way and all of that. It's going to be hard work to pursue this. You might be thinking, oh, I don't know if this is worth even doing. I couldn't be bothered. But I think if you do bother and you chase this and you go through all of this kind of drama, there is going to be drama around this. You are going to get a positive result from this as well. For me, it would be worth it. For me, it would be worth it, because I don't like to I'm about the principle. I'm like, no, I'm not going to let them get away with this. That's not fair. I'm like that. But you might want to let this go. But to me, I think it's worth pursuing. So just have a think about that. So yeah, the last card you have your present is the King of Pentacles. So this is really similar message. So I'm getting this message for you all the way through this. Pursue this thing you want to pursue. That's being that you're going to get this result with, this thing that you've applied for. And I know you are going to do this anyway, because this is something you've been dreaming about for a long, long time. I can see that. And yeah, when you do this, when you go down this road, it's going to be hard work. Very, very, very hard work. There are going to be difficulties, but it's going to be worth it. Not just to get to the financial reward, but to get to the reward of wisdom. Like this king, he's very old, he's very wise. He might not be that old. He doesn't look that old. He looks a bit old, not that old. But depends on what you think old is. But yeah, he's a very wise king, and that's why he's in the position he's in, because he's been through all of these things. And so it's going to be worth getting to the end of this, not just for the money, but for the wisdom. That's what I'm seeing. You're growing. You're going to really, 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 really grow when you go through this. And I think pursuing this thing that's owed to you is going to help you to grow as well. It's going to make you stronger. But it's up to you, of course. So the first card you have for your future is the Page of Wands. I'm getting this feeling that there might be someone around you. This might be someone who you're in a relationship with now, or it might be someone who you're thinking about having a relationship, or it might be someone who's just interested in you. It's a love situation. That's what I'm seeing. And I think you know who this is, whether this is someone you're with or not. And I think I am getting some uneasiness around this on both sides, on your side and on their side. I think it might be... I think they might be giving you a slightly uneasy feeling, and I think this might be because they remind you of someone else, someone from your past. Now, just remember that they're not the person from your past. They're a totally new person. So don't let these triggers make you go off this person if that's what's happening with that. That's just a warning I'm getting. But whoever this is, I think they have a really young outlook. I think they want to achieve things, they want to pursue things. They definitely want to pursue you, but they're not 100% sure of a future with you. Now, I'm not seeing that that's because they think there's anything wrong with you. They are a kind of I'm getting a nervous feeling around this. On their side, definitely, but maybe on both sides as well. I think you're a little bit wary of them, because of this thing, because of them reminding you of this other person. But they're also a little bit confused about how to communicate with you, how to approach you. They're very nervous, and they might be going backwards and forwards a bit, maybe thinking, oh, should I say this to them? No, I can't say that. Or should I come toward them? No, I can't do that. I'll go backwards and forwards. So they're kind of flip-flopping all over the place. And that's putting these roadblocks in front of you and the relationship, and you're doing it as well because you're very wary about them. They remind you of someone in some way. That's what I'm seeing. Now, if you do want this to happen, I think you're going to have to be the one who breaks the ice, because I don't think they're going to. I think they don't think they can rise to the challenge. I think they'd like to, but the challenge feels bigger than them. It's like this page who's shorter than this wand. He's looking up to it. That's what he wants. But he's kind of thinking, am I big enough to do this? Can I do this? And so that's how you are. That's how they are. They're kind of, oh gosh, I'm not sure if I'm ready for them. I'm not sure if I'm right for them. If I say this, it's going to be wrong. So I think you're both giving off this vibe to each other. You're wary of them and they're picking this up, and that makes them even more nervous. And then because they're going backwards and forwards, that's kind of making you more wary of them. So it's like a cycle that's going around and around. And I think you're going to have to be the one who's going to break this cycle, because I don't think they're brave enough. That's if you decide to pursue this. You might decide not to. So yeah, the next card you have for your future is the Ten of Wands. Yeah, the same thing. I think there are intentions there. I think they do want to love you. They do want to come towards you. They do want to be with you. They want to tell you how they feel. That's what I'm seeing. They want to come close to you. I think it just feels very overwhelming to them. And I think they've given you hints that that's what they want, and then they go back again. It's a little bit like they've dipped their toe in the water, but they won't jump in properly. They kind of dip their toe in and go, oh, that's cold, and they run away. That's what I'm seeing. So, and again, I'm not seeing this as about you as a person. I think they might be afraid of relationships in general. That might be it. But there's a lot of unsurety about this connection. There's a lot of backwards and forwards. There's a lot of heaviness around them. And then there's a lot of wariness coming from you. So I don't know. I mean, you might decide to give this up in the end, I think, because it might just be too much hard work for you. But I just want to tell you that their intentions are not wrong. Their intentions are good. Their intentions are positive. They don't have bad intentions towards you. It's just that they're very afraid. They're very afraid of relationships. That's what I'm seeing. And afraid of communicating and afraid of how they're coming across to you. That's what I'm picking up there. So yeah, the last card you have in your future is the Nine of Pentacles. So I think this card kind of sums up this whole reading. I think this is all about independence. It's about getting what you want as well financially, and it's about being comfortable and all of that. So again, when you pursue this, it's going to be a hard road, but you're going to be comfortable at the end of it. You're also going to be a lot stronger, a lot more independent, which is what I've been seeing all the way through this reading. I'm also seeing that not that you should leave this person alone in this love connection I'm seeing in the Page of Wands and the Ten of Wands. Not that you should totally kind of say, well, it's over, or disconnect totally. If that's what you want to do, that's fine. But I think your focus should be on these goals and not on this person, because at the moment, you're focusing on a person and on something that's kind of backwards and forwards all over the place. And I think if you set your heart totally to that, your heart will be like a roller coaster, up and down, up and down. And I really don't think you can afford the energy of that. I don't think you can afford to kind of let your heart run all over the place. I think you have important things to concentrate on. You have this opportunity that you have that you really, really should pursue. You have this other thing that I think you should be pursuing with this thing that's owed to you. And, I think don't give everything to this person. It sounds really mean that I'm saying that, but I think if you give your whole heart to them, I think it's going to go up and down until they're ready to totally commit, until they've been through a process themselves and they're ready to kind of be 100% there for you. That's just the message that I'm getting in that. Obviously, it's up to you to do what you want. There is a lot of unsurety around this, so I don't kind of want to say for sure do this or for sure do that. It's all dependent on whether they're going to get over their issues and kind of move forwards. But yeah, that's just something to think about in that relationship. But definitely focus on your goals. That's what I'm seeing there.